Hey guys, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Scarecrow. How y'all doing on this Saturday evening? Yeah. Oh, I should have put part. What is this? Part 4. Yeah, part 4. Now we on Libra and Aries with Taurus, Scorpio, Eclipse coming up, right? Um, April 30th, and then again on May 16th. Um, yeah. I want to say. I was going to talk about personal. Oh, I had a vision dream, sort of like, and I can remember. It's like, oh, they've been giving me like, it's like the top part of one dream and the bottom part of another one. I'm not sure. And then they're letting me remember them slowly. I can't remember the bottom part yet. But the top part was about a raccoon. And I looked up raccoon. Let me see. Make sure I didn't. Oh, something. I looked up raccoon. What does raccoon in a dream mean? Some personal things for me. It's crazy, bro. Says to dream of a raccoon with its lovely black mask on. I suggest you have dark circles under your eyes like a raccoon, and it is time you get some rest, or you might end up feeling so gosh drained, tired from not resting that it will feel like you haven't relaxed or slept. In a coon's age, which happens to be a very long time because people used to think the raccoon had a considerable lifespan. Of course, we can go well beyond playful language to interpret the meaning of the raccoon when it comes rumbling into the dream time narrative. One of the most obvious symbols associated with raccoon is its mask. It makes the raccoon look like a bandit, or even more so, like the McDonald's hamburglar, who really kind of freaked me out when I was young. Essentially, when you see the adorable face of the raccoon in the dreams, it's a message telling you to think twice about the people you interact with in your waking life. After all, as cute as they are, the raccoon can be both destructive and dangerous, especially one that is injured or feeling threatened. Likewise, the people in your life present might present you with one image on the surface, and they might have a far different motive or countenance underneath the superficial mask they wear. When raccoon arrives, the culture calls on you to look past the mask of others and to their motives. The critter might be wanting you to watch your back during daylight hours and to avoid all bitty jealousy, backbiting, gossip, or slander. In general psychology coursework, students learn about the public and private life, with the public self as what we allow others to see, and the private self as the person we are when behind closed doors and alone. This understanding can easily explain as a mask on, mask off the presentation. The raccoon is calling on you to get back to your roots, your real self, and to embrace who you are without trying to meet the high demands of others. The presence of raccoon in your dreams, particularly if the dream narrative is happening during daytime hours. Raccoons are nocturnal. Might beg the question, why are you disguising the real you behind a mask or acting out of character? You think others will find you more acceptable? Do you find it easier to interact with others if you put a superficial barrier between you and those you interact with? Perhaps you should question why you feel the need to distance yourself from others to feel less vulnerable. And I was thinking about that because a neighbor I know likes me, and he's fine as fuck. And I'm always trying to see what sign it is. I think it's a Capricorn, might not be, I don't know. But the way he moves, it could be an Earth sign, could not be. It works, it has. I'm gonna say all we have in case he ever listen to my videos one day. But I know he's been kind. It's different culture. I have no problem, not prejudiced. But I don't know exactly what culture he is. But like I said, he's very like nice looking man, very fine, very earthly. Okay. But I'm not so. Just a little bit about personal before I get started. Not so that I don't want to date. It's just that, like I just said about the raccoon. It's the point that I'm really comfortable in who I am now and finding more about myself. And being a Libra, that part in relationships, you can lose yourself. Libra's about relationship and, all of that. And I don't want to do that anymore. Um, I'm learning more about me. I'm very comfortable, getting more comfortable regardless of the chaos. And the things that I'm seeing for myself and things that I want to do, I don't want nobody coming into my life that's still hooked in the matrix and, want to bring me back to that, which we all still in it, don't get me wrong, especially being online, but and we're out in the open as well. But I'm just saying, I have other plans for things that I want to do in life. Um, like I said, I don't know if it go any further because I like kind of people that kind of bold. I've noticed that when other cultures want to talk to me, except for the Asians, um, they're kind of not as confident as I would like. Um, because if I like somebody, I'm gonna let you know it. And people who melanated people, they're gonna let you know it. There's a few that were shy, but I don't know. I would prefer to be friends first, so I can get to know where your mind at before I jump into it. I don't want to look at the outer appearance at all. I want to look at the inner, which the outer, yeah, great to look at. But I, would like to get to know him first. Try to make sure that I know where he's going when he's talking to people. He said it loud when I come around or something like that. But I'm not materialistic. That's why I said Pablo Capricorn. I have my Libra in Capricorn in the 10th house. Um, but I mean, I like nice things. Don't get me wrong. I like to live good when I can, but I can also be flexible and not worry about that either. I don't base my life on material stuff. It's a time and a place for everything to me. Time for etiquette, time for all of that stuff when it's needed. According to a circle, it's like, yeah, you do put on different masks in different circles because that's the way the world has things. And for different things you might have to do in life, like if you're in business and you want to present funding or whatever presented to a certain type of people, you have to dress a certain type of way. You have to talk a certain type of way. That's putting on a mask. We all have different type of masks for different reasons. But for someone that's going to come into my space, I don't want to no mask, you know. I guess that's why I stayed with another Libra so long because I can be myself. It's just that, you know, other factors on that. But yeah, uh, you know, just a little bolder. I wish he was a little bolder and really, you know, let's talk. I could strike up a conversation first, but it's like, am I really ready for somebody to come into my world right now and interrupt it? I didn't came, I didn't went into my Virgo and Vedic, and I'm really, you know, enjoying my hermit mode a lot, and you know, really getting to know and research and understanding things, you know, and will this person be the same or will they be like, you know, criticizing or you going too far too deep or, you know, you know what I'm saying? Challenging me that way of that, or will they be interested? That's why I say we have to be friendship first. I'm not going to push an issue um, for us to talk. I'm not going to do that because he's going to have to do that if it's meant because I don't want to have to stop what I'm doing. I did that too many times, and okay. Um, I know that sounds selfish to some people. I'm not tired for a partner would like someone to talk to. Don't get me wrong. But if it's gonna throw me off and bring me back to where I was before for appearance sake, I prefer not to. I'm judging way ahead, might not even be like that at all. And I feel like he's investigative type. He probably already investigated a lot of things. I just feel that way already about me, you know. Um, I don't know a lot about him. Where he goes, except when he goes to work now. Do he go to work like I think he go to work? I have no idea. But anyway, oh, and another one of the dreams I was talking about yesterday. I think it was yesterday when I was saying about the going. They was trying to stop me from going into the graveyard. I know they're trying to stop me from coming out of the graveyard or going in the graveyard. But I was watching something. I can't remember what picture it was, but and them having a child, they gave me the meaning of that as well. That was because the two it was two witches, and the two witches like got the child. You know, like what is that movie on a Hocus Pocus? When the witches had a goon in the graveyard that they can conjure back up whenever they needed him. Well, this is what I felt that they did with the little child that came, and it transformed into a child because they know, you know, I'm really passionate about kids, and they picked the child up. It's a white little girl, Caucasian little girl, long hair, and I forgot what they were saying to me, and I was disagreeing because I was like, "Get out of here! No, you know, leave me alone." Whatever I was saying, and she turned around, and the little girl had fangs coming out her mouth, and then they all kind of like laughed or whatever. But I was, you know, using my power and authority over that. But it was showing me that how they are going to use children to lie for their agenda on whatever it's going to be. And I seen something today. I'm not going to say anything about it, but I seen how they're lying. Like, you know, that's why I was said before, we have to watch how we teach our kids through us. Tell them I'm not here. I don't want to talk, you know, all the lies, and they catch up to that. And this is what they were telling me, that they were using the children to get sympathy from others, you know, from the world or whatever, using the children for their agenda, period. And then by the kids being their bloodline, some of them are going to adopt to that and they're going to take it further. And it's going to be dangerous, really dangerous. But anyway, okay. Yeah. So this one is going to be a little different. Um, I wanted to know why we have eclipses. Okay. Um, a little bit more about that. And I found some information. Okay, this is that on that. And it's gonna be a little lengthy. And if y'all wanna hear, y'all can hear, stand here, but it doesn't matter. Okay, it says, why does it matter that the moon presents help the earth tilt? Okay, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. And different cultures believe on it. And I was concerned about who's the children of the earth. Okay, let's get started. Let me do my little. And it's not paranoia in the relationship thing at all. I've been here a while. I'm not paranoid about getting into a relationship. Not worried about if I get old and be by myself because I love people. People flock to me when I'm out. They flock to me. I have no problem meeting people. It would be nice to have somebody on the same page as you and not fake and holding a mask or you holding a mask to please them. I'm not doing that. I'm not pleasing anybody. I am who I am. This is who I am. And period. Dot. You know. Oh, also, and I know he um likes both sexes. I do know that. He has a tattoo, unisex, on his leg. So I know that already, and I'm in that type of neighborhood. If I look through the years, I've always attracted gay men and gay women. I always attracted that. There's a lot of masculine energy, being that Libra, Sagittarius, two masculine signs, and then it warms to the feminine because I can go both with that Scorpio being there, and I have Cancer, and I have Pisces, so I can go, both ways. I have the Leo masculine, the feminine again, Virgo. Now I'm in Vedic astrology. I have a Taurus rising. I think it's Taurus rising. And in Draco, I have Gemini sun. You know, so I forgot what my rising is in there. So flexible at all point, masculine and feminine. It's a balance. It's a balance for me. Okay. So anyway, let's see. Man, some fantasies could be fulfilled. Anyway, I'm so silly sometimes. How eclipses were regarded as omens in the ancient world. Okay, okay, okay. I have that on here. Let me find it, y'all, because when I get to doing some stuff. On Monday, August 21st, and they talking about this is through history, okay? People living in the continental U.S. will be able to see a total solar eclipse. Humans have been alternatively amused, puzzled, bewildered, and sometimes even terrified. I think that's what they like. One thing I think they like about giving us that eclipse for that feeding of the energy of us feeling the amazement, the puzzle, the bewildered, and sometimes even terrified. I think they feed off that energy. At the site of this celestial phenomenon, a range of social and cultural reactions accompanies the observation of an eclipse. In ancient Mesopotamia, roughly modern Iraq, eclipses were in fact regarded as omens, as signs of things to come. Solar and lunar eclipse. For an eclipse to take place, three celestial bodies must find themselves in a straight line within their elliptic orbits. Remember, I had elliptic yesterday. So straight line would be the first dimension, right? This is called SYZYGY. The Greek word zuzugos, SUZUGOS, meaning yoked or paired. From our viewpoint on Earth, there are two kinds of eclipses, solar and lunar. In a solar eclipse, the moon passes in between the sun and Earth, which results in blocking our view of the sun. And a lunar eclipse, it's the moon that crosses through the shadow of the Earth. A solar eclipse can completely block our view of the sun, but it is usually a brief event and can be observed only in certain areas of the Earth's surface. What can be viewed as a total eclipse in one's hometown may be just a partial eclipse in a few hundred miles away. Well, that's what I want to look up too. You would think I was smoking weed, sage, peppermint, and wormwood. By contrast, a lunar eclipse can be viewed throughout an entire hemisphere of the Earth, the half of the surface of the planet that happens to be on the night side at the time. Eclipses as omens. More than 2,000 years ago, the Babylonians were able to calculate that there were 38 possible eclipses, or what's that, sagnet? What that word meant? I'm gonna have to say what they said the word meant because I can't pronounce it. Um, York paired. Okay, we're gonna say paired. Possible eclipses are paired within a period of 2 to 3 months. 223 months. Dang. That is about 18 years. This period of 223 months is called Saros cycle by modern astronomers, and sequence of eclipses separated by the Saron cycle constitutes the Saron series. SAROS cycle. Although scientists now know that the number of lunar and solar eclipses is not exactly the same in every Saros series, one cannot underplay the achievement of Babylonian scholars in the understanding this astronomical phenomenon. Their realization of this cycle eventually allowed them to predict the occurrence of an eclipse. The level of astronomical knowledge achieved in ancient Babylonian, southern Mesopotamia, cannot be separated from the astrological tradition that regarded eclipses as omens. Astronomy and astrology were then two sides of the same coin, rituals to preempt royal fate. According to the Babylonian scholars, eclipses could foretell the death of the king. So they predicting somebody's going to die during these eclipses, and it's going to be somebody in rulership. The conditions for an omen to be considered as such were not simple. For instance, according to a famous astronomical work known by its initial words, Enuma and Anu Enel, Enel, I know that's that word right there. When the gods Anu and Enel, I said that wrong. Anyway, let's go. Enumau, Enlil, and the gods Anu and Enl. If Jupiter was visible during the eclipse, the king was safe. Lunar eclipses seem to have been of particular concern for the well being and survival of a king. In order to preempt the monarch's fate, a mechanism was devised, the substitute king ritual, or SARPUHI. There are over 30 mentions of this ritual in various letters from Assyrian, Assyria, northern Mesopotamia, dating to the first millennium BC. Earlier reference to a similar ritual have also been found in texts in Haiti. Check that out. An Indo-European language for which we have the earliest written records dating to second millennium Anatolia, modern-day Turkey. So they have written history of this. I don't know if they still go by it, but it's saying that they have a substitute king. So the real king can't die, so they're gonna try to fool the masses, okay? Saving the king. In this ritual, a person would be chosen to replace the king. He would be dressed like the king and placed on a throne. To avoid confusion with the real coronation, all this would occur alongside the recitation of the negative omen triggered by the observation of the eclipse. The real king would keep a low profile and avoid being seen, and no additional negative port- portents were observed. The substitute king was put to death. Okay? Therefore, fulfilling the prophetic reading of the celestial omen while saving the life of the real king. This ritual would take place when an eclipse was observed or even predicted, something that became possible to do in later periods. The presence of this ritual among the corpse of Haiti text in second millennium Anatolia, Anatolia, has led to the assumption that it must have existed already in Mesopotamia during the first half of the second millennium BC. A legend, although omens predicting the death of the king are already known for this earlier period. The truth is that the main basis for such an assumption is an interesting story preserved only in a much later first millennium composition known by modern scholars as the Chronicle of Early Kings. According to the late chronicle, a king of the city of Isin, modern Izan something, Bahriyat, about 125 miles to the southeast of Baghdad, Ira Imiti was replaced by a gardener called Elun Bana, Enlilbani, as part of a substitute king ritual. Luckily for this gardener, the real king died while eating hot soup. So the gardener remained on the throne and became king for good. The fact is that these two kings, Ira Imiti and Enla and Bana, did exist and reigned successfully in ISIN during the 19th century BC. The story, however, as told in the late Chronicle of Early Kings, bears all the trademarks of a legend. The story was probably derived to explain the dynastic switch in which the royal office passed from one family or lineage to another, instead of following the usual father-son succession. Okay, so I told you these eclipses, those were up, coming down, those were down, coming up, middle, whatever, middle going out, all that kind of stuff going to happen. So in this case, the gardener became king because the king, actual king, died. Okay, cool. I mean, not cool, but you know. Looking for meaning in the sky. Mesopotamia was not unique in this regard. For instance, a chronicle of early China, known as the Bamboo Annals, Annals. See, I'm gonna miss my throat again. Refers to a total lunar eclipse that took place in 1059 BC during the reign of the last king of the Shang dynasty. This eclipse was regarded as a sign by Vestal king Debian Wen of the Zhou dynasty to challenge his Shang overlord. And the later account contained in bamboo annals, an eclipse would have triggered the political and military events that marked the transition from the Shang to the Zhou dynasty in ancient China. As the case of the Babylonian Chronicle of Early Kings, the bamboo annals are a history of earlier periods compiled at a later time. The bamboo annals were allegedly found in a tomb about AD 280, but they purported to date to the reign of the king Xiang of Wei, who died in 296 BC. The complexity of human events is rarely constrained and determined by one single factor. Nevertheless, whether in ancient Mesopotamia or in early China, eclipses and other omens provided contemporary justification or after the fact explanations for an entangled set of variables that decided a specific course of history. Even if they mix astronomy and astrology or history with legend, humans have been preoccupied with the inescapable and normal embodiment by eclipses for as long as they have looked at the sky. Okay, so that's one. Get rid of that. Okay. Let's see. A Philly museum, ancient clay tablets reveals mystery of eclipse. The moon will partly block our view of the sun on August 21st. It's really May, you know. Early astronomers could predict eclipses even without telescopes. So they got this little uh, clay tablet. Hotel rooms were sold out in, okay, making money on their day, getting energy, making money. And the third week at Carbondale, Illinois, early in the third week of August, online merchants are doing a brisk business in safety eyeglasses, selling eyeglasses, money making business. And scientists across the country are preparing to launch a faultily FLOTILA of camera equipment equip balloons miles into the sky. So people gonna want cameras, they're gonna want binoculars, money making business. Eclipses mania has begun. For a couple of minutes on August 21st, the moon will totally block the sun along 70-mile wide path that spans the United States from Oregon to South Carolina. The effect will last longest in fair Carbondale population 26,179, provided that the skies are in fact fair. I wonder where you can see is there. This is a little town, so during these times they make a lot of money. Okay, the rest of the country, Philadelphia included, will get on a partial view of this celestial show, but the city boasts a rare piece of evidence that our fascination with eclipses dates back to ancient times. It is a clay tablet from ancient Mesopotamia from a site in what is now southern Iraq, mm, with a line of five characters in a long ago wedge-shaped script called cuneiform, Cuneiform. They read as follows: 28, sun sky dark with hail. The tablet lies on a shelf at the Museum of Pennsylvania Museum of Art, Archaeological Anthropology. The five characteristics represent one of the oldest known records of astronomers, depicting a solar eclipse. They're reading the heavens, said Philip Jones, associated curator and keeper from the Museum of Babylonian section. So this particular eclipse on August 21st was going to be in Oregon to the south of Carolina. Okay. Fortune telling scientists. The exact age of the tablets is unknown, but modern scholars have verified that the eclipse in question did indeed occur on the date it was predicted, October 23rd, 425 BC, more than 2,400 years ago. The tablet says 28, not 23, because the astronomers were on a different calendar, Jones said. Predicting an eclipse 2,400 years ago. The Mesopotamian tablet found in the late 19th century by Pan archaeologists contains five characters that predicted a solar eclipse that occurred on October 23rd, 425 BC. It is not known how far in advance the prediction was made. Ancient cultures around the world wove various elaborate myths to explain solar and lunar eclipses involving dragons, demons, and other fantastical creatures. Check that out. Likewise, the people who inscribed the tablet in Pen's collection, known as Babylonians, engaged in sky watching for the purpose of fortune telling. Yet they were scientists as well, with an impressive aptitude in an era with no telescopes and satellites. They learned to predict eclipses and other astronomical phenomena purely through careful observation and record keeping. Here's how it works. It worked. The Babylonians observed that a lunar month, the time from one full month moon to the next, lasted 29.5 days. They also saw that the moon's celestial latitude is apparent. Height in the sky varied on a cycle that lasted 27.5 days. Here's the tricky part. This is where it gets a bit confusing. If these two cycles start on a certain day, one ends 2 days before the other. The next time around, they were 4 days apart, and so on. When you go from one full moon to the next full moon, the moon is no longer at the same latitude. Ouch. The way the math works, the two cycles do not end up on the same day until 6,585 days later, a bit more than 18 years. So, whatever the relative position of the Earth and the Moon were on that first day, these same conditions would occur again in 6,585 days. That holds true for a total eclipse, a partial eclipse, or for any less interesting arrangement of the Earth and Moon. Take this year's total solar eclipse. Go back 6,585 days to August 11, 1999. And on that day, there was indeed another total solar eclipse, though that one was visible in Europe, not the United States. Check that out. Likewise, the Babylonians apparently could not see the eclipse in 425 BC, as signified by the word withheld on the tablet, pronounced Etequ in the original language, Akkanada, Akkadian. Yes, even though the people were called Babylonians in the region called Mesopotamia, Akkadian. ETQ, also called, can be translated as pass by, still says that could mean the eclipse occurred at night or that its visible path occurred in some other part of the world, he said. But wait, How come eclipses occur more often than every 18 years? That's because multiple 18-year eclipses cycles are underway at any given time, overlapping each other. A total solar eclipse is visible somewhere in the world every year or two. And it's okay. Partial eclipses are even more common. Then there are annular eclipses, ANNULAR, where, as with total eclipses, the entire disk of the moon is positioned in between us and the sun. But in an angular eclipse, the moon is farther away than with a total eclipse, so it appears smaller and is not big enough to cover the whole sun, leaving a ring of sun visible around its edges. I've seen that before. How do now, now they do it with lasers. So it's all the more remarkable that ancient astrologers could detect any sort of patterns, but detect them they did, as chronicled in clay tablets that span hundreds of years, said Steele, who published the book 2000, blah, blah, blah. The Babylonians had started to record the occurrence of eclipses as early as the mid 8th century BC, and they seem to have figured out their periodic nature by about 600 BC. It's amazing that folks going back that far could figure it out. One riddle they could not solve was determine the path where a solar eclipse would be visible. Today, scientists have all manner of technology to get the job done, from high-tech telescopes to computers that calculate the gravitational pull between celestial bodies. NASA also can track the relative position of Earth and Moon to within a few centimeters by bouncing lasers off of reflectors that US hold on, yeah. Oh Lord. Okay, well, stop there. NASA also can track the relative position of the Earth and the Moon to within a few centimeters by bouncing lasers off of the reflectors that U.S. astronauts installed on the Moon's surface. On August 21st, because of the Moon's projected path and the way its shadow will hit the curved surface of the Earth, the spot where the eclipse will last longer just happens to be near Carbondale and southern Illinois. An even better view may come from above. Montana Space Grant Concord, Consortium is leading a NASA fund effort to launch dozens of helium-filled balloons mounted with video cameras, allowing the phenomenon to be streamed live on the agency's website, nasa.gov. Viewers can watch the moon's shadow crawling slowly across the Earth's surface, along with footage of the blocked sun itself. A warning: wherever you are, do not look directly at the eclipse without proper eye protection. NASA lists four manufacturers who certify that they make eclipse glasses or solar views with sufficient shielding from the sun's harmful rays. Regular glasses are not good enough to protect the retina. Now, I was thinking about growing up. I don't think I know anything, but I used to we used to all see stuff like that. and sometime it would be dark. It did darken, and we didn't have no glass. Uh, from Philadelphia, the moon will block about 3/4 of the sun, like a big bite out of a cookie. It still be fairly light. But I remember some years back, I was living on the north side, and the eclipse was happening, and couldn't see it. It was a horrible smell outside. It smelled like burnt chickens. Oh, it's crazy. It's going to feel like for a little while that the sun is starting to set. You may think, oh, there's a cloud. There will not be a total solar eclipse visible here until 2079, but at least we've got that tablet. Okay, okay, let's see what I got next. Conspiracy theories are anticipating a collision between Earth and Nubia after the August eclipse. The theory was first proposed by Nancy Leeper in 1995, a person who claims to be contacted by an alien race known as Zetas. Conspiracy theories are claiming that the Earth will be destroyed in a cataclysmic collision with the mysterious planet Nubia, Nibiru, during the August solar eclipse. The solar eclipse will be the first total solar eclipse seen in Northern America in almost a century. According to reports, the eclipse apparently signals the start of cataclysm, with conspiracy theories expected will destroy the Earth in September. The theory was proposed by that lady in 1905, a person who claims to have been contacted. I read that. Jetters were supposed to be tall, thin beings with bulging heads and large black pulpless eyes. The zealots apparently implanted Zetan genetic material into Nancy's brain to enable communication and use Nancy as a communicator. Check that out. Her role was to warn the residents of Earth of an impending collision with Nubia, Nib, Nubia, right? Which was first supposed to take place in 2003. When the Earth did not collide with Nibiru in 2003, the date was shifted to 2012. Po lady, which conventionally coincided with the ending of the ancient Mayan calendar. Nibiru ditched its date with the Earth in 2012 as well, and now the conspiracy theories are suggesting that the planet is again headed towards Earth, and that the August total solar eclipse signals the start of cataclysm. A number of photographs of the incoming Nibiru appear to be little more than flares on the camera because of the sun. In 2011, Dave Morrison, a scientist at NASA, released a video rejecting the claims of the impending catastrophe. Much of the reasons provided are still valid today. The video was put up as a response to questions from students who were scared of the end of the world. Now, some people kill themselves when they be hearing that kind of stuff, and it's not true stuff. Any planet about to collide with the Earth would be visible with the naked eye. Astronomers would have spotted it coming from a way, long way away. A real planet in the inner solar system would be detected by the gravitational perturbations on the inner planets, even if for some reason it would be visible to the naked eye. The orbit of the Earth would be changed even before Nibiru actually collided with the Earth. The stable orbits of the inner solar system planets proves that no planetary mass rock object has entered the inner solar system for at least a million years. Here's the video. According to the works of Zephyr, uh, who has written books on the whole role of aliens in the ancient human history, Nibiru was an alien base. The species in question are the Anunnaki. There we go. Who may have been interpreted as angels, and who apparently seeded the uh, Caucasian race on Earth. Okay, apparently seeded the Caucasian race on Earth. According to sitcom, Nibiru is a visitor from another solar system that collided with a planet known as Tiamat, Tiamat, creating the Earth and the asteroid belt in the process. Life on Earth began because of this event, as life had originally originated on Nibiru, which was an Earth-like planet. Okay, so they say they seeded the Caucasians. Okay. Nibiru is often confused with Planet X, a placeholder name for an undiscovered trans-Neptunian planet in the solar system. There are a number of objects that have been identified as a potential planet on the fringes of the solar system. Scientists believe one such object predicted to exist based on computer models will be spotted by scopes in the next 5 years. In one of the surveys conducted of our solar system, two trans-Nimbian worlds were identified. NASA's Center program keeps a watch on near-Earth objects that could potentially collide with the Earth and does not have a listing, listing for a world-ending event this September. So what will happen after September? Nothing. The Earth will continue in its orbit around the sun. There will not be a Nubian, and the date of the cataclysm will be postponed for a third time. The myth of Nubium, however, will continue to live, considering that two, almost three, missed dates were not enough to permanently silence the theories. Okay, interesting. Okay, I guess we go there. Okay. Bible says 2017 solar eclipse will make Planet X crash into the Earth. The Earth, according to David Med, will be destroyed on September 23rd as a result of the Great American Eclipse. What's up with the 23rd? Mhm. David Med, who has authored the book with the intriguing title of Planet X, the 2017 arrival, says that Nubian Nebaru, the so-called Planet X, will crash into Earth in September, blah, blah, blah. His accession has fueled a number of conspiracy theories. They say that the coming solar eclipse signifies the start of apocalypse. Bible says 2017 solar eclipse will make Planet X crash into Earth. Okay. Med says the event of Nibiru is proven by its mentioned in the Bible. He states a number of passages from the Christian Holy Bible to shore up his claims. The author, however, has been inconsistent when it comes to the time of the Earth's destruction. He has previously claimed the Earth would be destroyed in October. He has since then advanced his time of Earth's destruction to September. The coming solar eclipse is termed the Great American Eclipse and will place parts of the United States in utter darkness on August 21st. According to Med, this Great American Eclipse will only be the beginning of something huge. Med, a proven conspiracy theorist, has underlined warnings present in the Old Testament. The writings are present in Isaiah chapter 13, verse 9 and 10. A prophecy against Babylon has Isaiah son of Ammon said, rise a banner on a bare hilltop, shout to them, beckon to them to enter the gates of the nobles. I have commanded those I prepared for battle. I have summoned my warriors to carry out my war, those who rejoice in my triumph. Listen, a noise on the mountains like that of a great multitude. Listen, an uproar among the kingdoms, like nations massing together. The Lord Almighty is mustering an army of war. They come from faraway islands, from the ends of the heavens. The Lord and the weapons of his war to destroy the whole country. While for the day of the Lord is near, it will come like destruction from the Almighty. Because of this, all hands will go limp. Every heart will melt with fear. Terror will seize them. Pain and anguish will grip them. They will worry like a woman in labor. They will look against at each other, their faces aflame. See the day of the Lord coming, a cruel day of wrath and fierce anger, to make the land desolate and destroy the sinners within it. The stars of heaven and their constellations will not show their light. The rising sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. I will punish the world for its evil, the wicked for their sins. I will put an end to the arrogance of the haughty, and I will humble the pride of the ruthless. I will make people scarce than pure gold, more rare than the gold of Ophir. Therefore, I will make the heavens tremble, and the earth will shake from its place at the wrath of the Lord Almighty and the day of his burning anger. Like a hunted gazelle, like sheep without a shepherd, they will all return to their own people. They will flee to their native land. Whoever is captured will be thrust through. All who are caught will fall by the sword. Their infants will be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Wow. Their houses will be looted and their wives violated. See, I will stir up against them the Medes, who do not care for silver and have no delight in gold. Their bows will strike down the young men. They will have no mercy on infants, nor will they look with compassion on children. Babylon, the jury of kingdoms, the pride and the glory of Babylonians, will be overthrown by God, like Sodom and Gomorrah. She will never be inhabited or live in through all generations. There are no nomads will pitch their tents. There are no shepherds will rest their flocks. The desert creatures will lie there. Jackals will fill their houses. There the owls will dwell, and there the wild goats will leap about. Hyenas will inhabit her strongholds, jackals her luxurious palaces. Her time is at hand, and her days will not be prolonged. Okay. See, the day of the Lord is coming, a cruel day with wrath and fierce anger, to make the land desolate and destroy the sinners within. The stars of heaven and their constellation will not show their light. The rising sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The conspiracy theory states this particular passage is connected to the phenomena he had termed 33 convergence. This is a list of coincidences which all included the number 33. Media elaborated by saying when the eclipse begins on August 23rd, the sunrise will be dark, just as Isaiah predicts. The moon involved is called a black moon. These occur about every 33 months. 33. In the Bible, the divine name Elohim, we'll get to Elohim in a minute. Elohim appears 33 times in Genesis. Meade said the eclipse will start in Lincoln Beach, Oregon, the 33rd state, and end on the 33rd degree of Charleston, South Carolina. South Carolina. Such a solar eclipse has not occurred since 1918, which is 99 years or 33 times 3. Nibiru, planet of the crossing. I know that's what it was. Nibiru. Interesting. Was first mentioned in 1976 by the Zcharia in his book, The 12 Planets, Book 1 of the Earth Chronicles series, detailing the ancient Sumerians' account of an alien race. Those who from heaven to earth came, the Anunnaki, who came to earth over 400,000 years ago, in search of gold to save their fallen atmosphere. Okay. Okay. Let's see on that. Okay, I'm gonna go to this one. This one is what is an Anunnaki? And 5 of the questions for the impending apocalypse. As talk of nuclear war roams up, technology spurs toward science fiction, and natural disasters battle the globe. Many people don't require a fervent belief in Christian neurology to fear that the end is nigh. In case you need convincing, though, a strange prophecy has begun to circulate suggesting that the apocalypse will begin on September 23rd. What is it with September 23rd? This is going to be late, y'all. I'm sorry. Here's everything you need to know about Doomsday. Okay, there we go with Doomsday, right? Why do people believe the world is ending in September 23rd? Good old numerology, a favorite method of doomsday predictors. Christian conspiracy theorists named David Med, him again, claims he discovered that the world will end on September by combining Bible passages with astronomy, chiefly the total solar eclipse over the U.S. in August. Jesus lived for 33 years. The name Elohim, which is the name of God to the Jews, was mentioned 33 times in the Bible. And September 23rd will mark 33 days since the eclipse. Sounds iffy. Are there other signs? You bet. A code in the pyramids points to September 23rd as well. It's unclear how exactly. The book of Revelation also supposedly points to September 23rd as the beginning of the end because it is a day when a number of celestial bodies, including the sun, moon, and constellation of Virgo and Leo, all lined up. The alignment in question will actually happen, National Geographic writes, but the significance of the astronomy is debatable. The biblical sign depends on the number of stars in play, and even astronomers don't agree how many stars officially make up Leo. Plus, this alignment happens for a couple of days every September and October. How exactly is the world supposed to end on September 23rd? There are a few different opinions on how we might greet oblation. One is a simple that 23rd marks the day the rapture will begin. Another says that a mysterious planet, y'all know that N word, also known as Planet X, is going to crash into the Earth. Sun reports. Med claims that the solar eclipse marked the moment when Nibiru entered our solar system, and we've been rapidly approaching the end of the world ever since. The regular and reliability of Med's calculation, however, are not without their flaws. He originally thought that the planet was going to collide with the Earth in October, blah, blah, blah. Read that. It is part NASA's maintains that there is no such thing as planet Nubria. Then again, NASA probably doesn't even believe in Anunnaki either. What is an Anunnaki? Anunnaki are ancient space aliens that created the human race. As Zephyr Sitchin describes his book, The Sun, the 12 Planets, okay? Oh, the Anunnaki live on planet Nebaru. What do Anunnakis look like? Okay, so the world actually going to end on what? So probably not. Humans have been predicting the end of the world since the last 65 AD when uh, planet poised to burn in universal fire. More recently, humans survived. And December 21st, 2012, Mayan apocalypse unscaffolded. Professor of the Old National Geographic, 19, that September 23rd, doom slaying is just another example of people searching for a narrative rather than accepting the reminiscence of the world and universe at large. Everyone wants to know the chemical composition of the burning bush, or where exactly is the Ark of the Covenant, he said. We want the final story, the bottom line. NASA senior scientist David Morris has a whole list of reasons why Nibiru, which doesn't exist, isn't posed to collide with Earth. Mainly that you'd be able to see it by now if it was. And Nibiru were real and it were a planet with a sustainable masses, then it would already be pre- protruding the orbits of Mars and Earth, he told the Washington Post. Cool as it would be to meet the Anunnaki, the world is probably only as likely to end on September 3rd as it is on any other day of the year. We will fall victim to a chance in a 10 million year meteor strike that NASA somehow failed to spot. The Yellowstone supervolcano could erupt. The poles could flip. We could start or be pulled into a nuclear war, but probably none of these things will come to pass anytime soon. Perhaps the most compelling reason the world wouldn't end in September 23rd is that we have so many other doomsdays ahead of us. Psychic Dixon predicted Armageddon will occur in 2020. The Messiah Foundation International, an asteroid, is headed our way in 2026. Isaac Newton placed his bet on 2060. Biochemist Rashad studies of the quorum led him to settle on 2280. So I guess it couldn't hurt to invest in a apocalypse survival kit just to be safe. Stupid people. Oh Lord. Let's see, right. Just trying to make sure, man. Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's see what else I got, y'all. When the dragon ate the sun, how ancient peoples interpreted solar eclipses. The English word eclipse comes from the Greek disappearance, abandonment. A solar eclipse is the moment in which the sun disappears, abandoning the world. It's like being forsaken by a god. The ancient Greeks thought of a solar eclipse as an act of abandonment, a terrible crisis, and an existent, existential threat. It meant that the king would fall, the terrible misfortunes would rain down on the world, or that demons had swallowed the sun. Yet not everyone thought of the eclipse as a horrible threat. For some cultures, the eclipse was an act of creation. The sun and the moon were coupling and would create more stars. For others, it was a random and chaotic act by a trickster or mischievous boy casting trouble just for the sake of it. On Monday, solar eclipse is coming to America. In the 21st century, a solar eclipse means parties. It means buying specialized glasses and building pinhole boxes and preparing to see the most beautiful sights you can see in nature. As one photographer put it. But for much of human history, that's not how people react to eclipses, even after they were able to predict them accurately. Around 206 AD for the Chinese and 150 BC for the Greeks. Here's a rundown of some of the history's most pervasive eclipse folklore. The gods are angry with us. In many cultures, the darkening of the sun meant the gods were very, very, very angry with humanity and about to inflict some punishment. Often that meant that in order to appease them, you had to kill someone. In, in Transylvania, people believed an eclipse was caused by the sun turning its back on the sins of humanity, creating a poisonous dew. In Inca, viewed eclipses as a sign that the sun god Iti was angry and required appeasement with offerings. For the Native American Tewa tribe, Tewa, an eclipse meant that the angry sun was leaving the sky to go visit his home in the underworld. Aztec priests predicted that if there was a solar eclipse accompanied by an earthquake on the date 4 OLLIN, the world would end. So every year on 4 OLLIN, they would perform a ritual human sacrifice. As the priests likely knew, they were sophisticated astronomers. There would be no solar eclipse on 4 OLLIN until the 21st century. Solar eclipses on other dates were also met with human sacrifices. According to the some, the Aztecs mostly sacrificed fair skinned prisoners to appease the gods on eclipse days, but that report comes from a 16th century Spanish missionary, so take it with a grain of salt. The Greeks thought an eclipse might meant that the gods were about to rain punishment down on a king. So, in the days before an eclipse, they would choose prisoners or peasants to stand in as the king in the hopes that they get the eclipse punishment and the real king would be saved. Once the eclipse was over, the substitute king would execute. A demon is eating the sun. The idea that a solar eclipse meant a demon was swallowing the sun shows up in eclipse folklore across the globe. And if you look at pictures of the partial solar eclipse, you can see why. It's easy to imagine that some giant creature is slowly taking a bite after bite out of the sun. In ancient China, the earliest word for eclipse, SHIH, meant to eat. And eclipses were believed to be caused by a dragon eating the sun. In Vietnam, the sun eater was a frog. For Native American Pomo, it was a bear. In Yugoslavia, it was a werewolf. In Siberia, a vampire. In ancient Egypt, Apep, the serpent of chaos and death, opposed Ra, the sun god, and was always trying to reach Ra's skyboat to devour the sun disk. But in the end, Ra was always able to fight him off, and the sun would come back. In ancient India, Rahu was an immortal demigod with a severe head. He had a grudge against both sun and moon. They were the ones who conceived Lord Vishnu, Vishnu, to chop off Ra's head in the first place. After he drank the nectar of immortality, so he chased them endlessly across the sky and sometimes caught them. But whenever he managed to swallow either sun or moon, his victory was short lived. They passed out of the stump of his throat shortly thereafter. In Norse mythology, the sky wolves Heta and Skoll, chase the sun and the moon endlessly, waiting for Ragnarok, Nagnarok, when they can finally swallow their prey and plunge the earth into darkness, heralding the final destruction of Viking gods. It's not entirely clear whether the Vikings thought of eclipse as near misses as Ragnarok, with Heta and Skull nearly capturing their prey, but many scholars believe there's a pretty strong possibility that they did. Generally across the globe, when a demon is trying to eat the sun, there's only one thing to do: make as much noise as possible until it gets scared and flees. Then you survive until the next eclipse. Wow. The sun and the moon are working some things out. Eclipses weren't always seen as a cosmic calamity. Sometimes they just meant that the sun and the moon, who were usually understood to be a married couple, were working out their issues. Celestial marriage counseling. For the Tlingit tribes of North America, as well as some Australian Aboriginal cultures, an eclipse meant that the sun and the moon were having more children. The stars and planets that became apparent in the darkness of an eclipse, but weren't otherwise visible. For the BATAMMALIBA people of TOGO and BENIN in Africa, an eclipse meant the sun and the moon were fighting with each other. So they encouraged them to come to peace. People would approach eclipses as an opportunity to resolve their free issues and put away old. Okay. For the INUITS, the sun and the moon weren't a married couple, but brother and sister. At the beginning of the world, they quarreled, and the sun goddess Melina walked away from her brother, and the moon god Anningan continued to chase after her, and whenever he caught up to her, there was an eclipse. The Kalina of Surman, Kalina of Suriname, also the thought of the moon as brother and sister, but their version of relationship between the two heavenly bodies was a little more violent. An eclipse meant one of them had blocked the other one out. Someone's just messing with us. Somebody got Someone's just messing with us for no good reason because the world is full of chaos and capriciousness, whatever. I don't know. Sometimes eclipses don't happen because the gods are angry, or because terrible things are going to happen, or because a demon is hungry, or because cosmic bodies are working through their feelings. They happen because some random trickster figure feels like being a dick. Okay. From ancient Persia, eclipses happen. Hold on, yeah. Hello? Oh, she came, got it. There they swell your what they say about that. He said it was gonna swell up like that.
She said it would go away in like 2, 3 days.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I tell you about 2, 3 days.
It wasn't this big yesterday though.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you had it on or something.
Yeah, what they got to do with it?
Got inside. I'm thinking. I don't know. Yeah, maybe need to put a like a towel over your mouth, maybe, or maybe a warm towel over here. Salt warm towel might help.
I've been doing salt water rings like you said. I've been putting the ice on there. See
Okay,
how many spots it's out.
and peroxide, salt water peroxide, a warm towel. Just let it sit for a while. That might help too. Help to get the swelling out.
Okay.
Yeah. And you talking about doing two? You'd been like them.
Yeah, so don't what happened to you?
All right.
Well, I picked him up from school.
Huh?
When I picked him up from school yesterday.
Oh Lord, you panic so much.
Oh, good Lord. All right.
All right, I'm doing the middle of a video, girl.
Okay.
All right, but in ancient Persia, I'm sorry, eclipses happen if the trickster bear decide to blot out the sun for fun. In the legends of multiple Native American tribes, the Cree, Cree, the I know this word, CHOCTAW, and the MENOMINI, an eclipse happens because a little boy has trapped the sun in a net, usually to get revenge on the sun for burning him. The boy refuses to release the sun, and an animal has to chew the net open. These turds. Of all the eclipse myths, the trickster stories perhaps come the closest to the way we think about eclipses in modern America. There is no particular moral judgment at work here, and no dark omen. The eclipse simply comes inevitable and unstoppable without caring what we think of it. And there is absolutely nothing we can do about it. You get an overwhelming sense of humbleness and how small and petty we really are compared to the mechanics of the solar system, the clockwork of the universe. These events that are taking place that in no way can we affect or stop. Will you support? What is this? Okay, so that was this. Okay. Why did Anunnaki choose Earth to mine gold for saving Nebaru? Why did Anunnaki choose Earth to mine gold? According to Sitchin, Anunnaki modified the DNA of prehistoric humans 450,000 years ago by mixing their genes with them and putting them into labor for mining Earth's natural resources, such as gold. He said that planet Nubia, whatever, has a long elliptical orbit and comes near to Earth every 3,600 years. Further, he states that the planet was inhabited by technologically technological advanced human-like species taller than us. Okay, now that I remember that part. Okay, that's supposed to be the humanoids, tall black aliens, which is when y'all know that's fallen angels, right? Anyway, um, species taller than us around 450,000 years ago, they got attracted by the gold reserves in Southeast Africa. However, Sitcom's theory does not explain why gold was so important to the Anunnaki that they had to abolish gold mines in Africa to obtain it. And then think about it. If you make somebody, if you're a creator and you're making somebody, you wouldn't have to use no DNA. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can raise somebody. So there was already humans here. So they mess with their DNA to dumb them down to work for them. I mean, I'm just saying that they had established gold mines in Africa to obtain it. Besides, it is unclear why, being a technologically advanced alien civilization, the Anunnaki did not just manufacture the gold or harvest it for asteroids instead of establishing gold mines in Africa, resulting in the need to manipulate humanoid hominid MOMINID DNA to create a slave species of human gold miners. They could simply build robots or use AI to mine the gold, right? You would think. Why did Anunnaki need the gold? Ancient alien theories suggest that they used gold to reflect sun rays from their atmosphere and preserve their home planet Nebian, that inward. Gold is really an important element for space exploration and astronomy. They say it also helps they craft. They can move around in the universe. It's like restore or give it fuel or something like that to the spacecraft that can travel. Something has to do with that. Also, like all is to Earth. In his book, The 12th Planet, claimed that the atmosphere on the Anunnaki planet Nebaru was deteriorating, and a possible solution to the problem may have been to suspend gold particles in Nubia's atmosphere in order to repair it by adding a new layer of fine gold particles. Okay, this will be quite similar to our own space of re-engineering and may also mirror other proceeds for planetary atmospheric manipulation that we now contemplate, such as the as admiristic manipulation that we required for success terraforming of Mars. Now that word again, terraforming. So I'm thinking taking over territory. Even if the Anunnaki needed gold to repair Nubia's atmosphere, it still does not explain why they built gold mines instead of simply manufacturing it as a technologically advanced alien civilization. One of the possibilities that can be considered is that manufacturing may not have produced the required amounts, and it was preferable to work with natural deposits on gold mines, even if they were off planet. For this reason, gold mines may have been the best option available to an Anunnaki to extract the extensive natural African gold deposits. Willis gold can be found in asteroids, WILST gold. Once again, it seems possible that the amounts may not have been enough for the needs of Anunnaki on the planet. Perhaps the Anunnaki did actually mine asteroids for gold, as this possibly is not excluded by the ancient astronomy theory. It seems that gold miners were the best options for the Anunnaki because of the vast qualities that could be found in one location coupled with an atmosphere and gravity, which permitted the setup of mechanized, mechanized mining rages that could be operated for a considerable length of time in habitable Earth environment. Why manipulate DNA to create slaves, human species, instead of building robots to mine gold? In the last book of Enki, that's one of the Anunnaki brothers, Sikhani noted that Anunnaki initially attempted to mine gold for the Mediterranean Sea using the technology aboard their ships. It was only when the quantities proved insufficient that the Anunnaki resorted to mining for gold. It is said that before humans, Anunnaki used the Iggy. Now I found this Iggy. Remember the singer, the rapper Iggy? Now I'm gonna read it. And I'm gonna go finish. Anunnaki used the Iggy, sometimes also called spelled I-G. It's spelled I-G-I-G-I, and also spelled I-G-I-G-U. The younger generation of ancient astronaut gods as their servants to mine gold on Earth, but later they were replaced by humans when they rebelled against the Anunnaki. So all them stories they've been telling us, y'all. See, I found it so interesting that Iggy used it. I'm just finding this word that the rapper Iggy used this word, and then she got to leave Hollywood and not rap, but she got probably doing other things on the side, but she was allowed to leave when a whole lot of rappers cannot. So I found that was very interesting, right? The younger generation of ancientists, okay, da, da, da. They were replaced by humans when they rebelled against the Anunnaki. For the ancient Mesopotamians, heaven is divided into three domes. The lowest dome of heaven was the home of the stars, and the middle dome was the home of the Igi, the younger gods. The highest and outermost dome of heaven was personified as An, the god of the sky. Nevertheless, it was only when the Igi revolted due to the demanding nature of the work involved in an Anunnaki gold mines that the decision was made to create a primitive worker using the hominid genes of Homo erectus and fusing them with the Anunnaki DNA. So I guess this one, negative, the negative blood type came in, right? So that the new worker could be intelligent enough to understand Anunnaki education and instructions as the new labor force used on the Anunnaki gold mine. So they didn't dumb them down, they made them intelligent. Let me read that again. Nevertheless, it was only when the Igi revolted due to the demanding nature of the work involved in Anunnaki gold mines that the decision was made to create a primitive worker using the hom- hominid genes of Homo erectus humans and fussing, fusing them with Anunnaki DNA so that the new worker could be intelligent enough to understand Anunnaki education and instructions as the new labor force used on the Anunnaki gold mines. So it is clear that the Anunnaki did not arrive on Earth with the intention of creating the primitive worker. It was an unexpected development after the rebellion of the Igi, who were initially planned as the labor force to be used on the Anunnaki gold mines, according to the ancient astronaut hypothesis. The Anunnaki gods probably wanted to limit their activities to gold mining in Africa, but the creation of humans forced them to become more involved in affairs of Earth than they initially intended. Now they were another name. Mystery handbag of gods from Southern America. Why did Anunnaki choose Earth to mine gold for saving the Nibiru? Why did Anunnaki choose Earth to mine gold for saving? Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured that when I seen that Iggy name, I was like, oh, that's why she was able to lead um lower gods. Okay. Okay, yeah, I don't want to make this too long. I'm gonna have to come back and finish. Got some of my answers, but it's some more stuff that I want to share. I'll go ahead and do the reading. Libra and Aries. And I'm gonna come back and finish the rest. This guy's got some more to say. Ouch. Mm-mm. That explains a lot of stuff. Okay. Okay. This is for you and Aries. And the which we did going on, supposedly the shift. To find out what that means. Okay. Let's see. There's a name for Libra and Aries during this time. Needed for them to do, look out for, whatever the deal may be. Happen in their life, get over what's distracting them. Let's put it like that. That's what I should have been saying. The distractions, right? Oh, shit. Or not. On the right track. Pay attention to. Ten of Pentacles. Money coming, but also I think this ancestors. Knowing who you are, your bloodline, your blood type. I think that's also telling that as well. Money contentment, signing of money contracts. So if you sign anything, could end up very good. Okay. Let's see. Past, present, future. Mhm. Okay. And your fears. I'm seeing that now. Doubting yourself, putting yourself down. We got the arrows of love, eight of wands, first deacon, Sag, Mercury, speedy news, a situation coming, arrows of love. So you're probably gonna get some news, maybe an inheritance or some money coming, whatever it may be. Libra, Aries, Aries, Libra. Then we got getting out of hermit mode, going into the world. And maybe you hear, like I was talking about earlier, about somebody like blah, blah. But anyway, and it seemed like I don't know. We'll see. Loneliness, unattached, soul searching, time need a time alone. So you already did that, getting out of that stage. Or if you need to, if you're having one in that and that chaos all around you, you probably need to go in that Virgo stage, okay? Seven of Cups, third deacon, Scorpio, Venus. All that glitters is not gold. Look beyond the clouds. Money improvements. Okay, so money be improved, but you need to stop living in la la land or in your head or being indecisive, realizing what things as they are. Okay, and this could be a lot of activity going on around you. That's why it was good to go in that hermit mode so you can see these things and recognize them. They got a dragon coming out. They got like the reef, castles, Caesar, ghosts, snakes, jury. I'm assuming that's jury. So, which one you choose? Like the game show, or which one you've been choosing or seeing? Is it real? Is it hologram? Got to do with the eclipse as well. To me, it's like, are you really seeing this? Like, I'm trying to find out what it really means. Um, what it's got to do with us. Okay. And we got two of swords taking the blinders off. This also means to me it's like she's getting information. That's why I wouldn't cut my hair. My hair is my information. Okay. I get downloads. I mean, everybody get a different way. Like we know now, I was going to go a little further. different DNA. Have to know that. Okay. So I'm gonna go a little farther and finding out there's different DNA. Know who you are. That's why I say about the bloodline. So you'll know if one culture is more hairier than the other one might not be. It's according to your bloodline. Who you are will give you your strength. Then look over here. This that's like an eclipse. See, that's like a half a moon eclipse. Two of Swords, first deacon Libra moon. Peace and harmony. Needed to take the blindfolds off. Keep reassessing the situation at hand. So you need to see what's going on. She's by water, not in your feelings. Um, Getting communication. And then you got land, earth, being grounded. You got pavement also. So you got to see the trickery. Because pavement, concrete, you can't feel the earth, right? So getting information, believing, finding out the truth in the matter. In other words, well, I sit back and just doubt every damn thing, and shit start happening, and then you wish shoulda, woulda, coulda after the fact. When you could be prepared on something, you're not gonna be prepared for everything, you know. But at least you can know some, you know. Nine of taking your peace away. Okay. Wow. It's family. Either family coming to visit. That could be that too. Communication. A family coming to visit. I rebuke my little immediate family. Okay, cool. With this brother, sister, siblings. Um, I rebuke that. But anyway, I love them. But yeah, I can have family visiting. Um, Maybe you go and show them some things. Show them, if you doing that type of stuff, and y'all go and enjoy window looking, stuff like that. Um, Looking at TV, different stuff like that. Um, you're not alone no more. You got company now. Could be in that too. Okay, and we have peace of mind for a minute. Maybe your peace is interrupted, and it's a good thing if it's the family that you want to see because it's love. So it's somebody that you really want to see. My immediate, yeah. Five of Pentacles, delays around money coming in from the cold. First deacon Taurus, Mercury is at Taurus. So maybe you're waiting on something, money to come in some type of way, and maybe that's why you got peace of mind. You're looking for a big lump sum. Could be payday, could be whatever it may be, waiting on a loan, grant, some kind of communication, or somebody owe you some money. I don't know. Transferring money from the one bank to the other. Right now, probably okay, but I got to say it right here. So maybe overindulging and stuff. All is not lost. Money losses. If you look behind, you may have something to salvage. Maybe overspending, feeling kind of low about that. Party too much. Um, Not everybody, but maybe not feeling so great the next morning. Maybe lost some money or spent too much on people. Sometimes Libras, uh, y'all can men especially. I mean no harm. Can want to set up the table, scroll according to your birth chart, and show off a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's all in fun, but it hurts you in the end. Maybe say some things you didn't mean to say, and sharp tongue, two-edged sword. And had maybe had a dinner or something with family or outing last night or tonight or something like that. Yeah. Okay, look, we got strength. Yeah, getting your strength this morning. Wishing you shouldn't have did what you did, probably. Okay. But listen to your intuition. Might have had you feeling some type of way. This is something you need to work on. But you listen to your intuition. You understand yourself more by going through this more and more. You understand people around you. who needs to be around you, who love you, who don't. Who's there to take your money, who's not, who's there to use you. The whole 9 yards. So yeah, it's always a plus and a minus, right? It's geometry. I don't know. And Ace of Pentacles, money coming, divine wish being granted. So the creators, hey, some more money, more money, more money. So yeah, something you wishing for or put into existence, call into existence. Okay, being high priestess, moon, water. You know what I'm saying? Took a spiritual bath, whatever needed. Or it could be somebody with some rich money coming towards you. Hello. Okay. Yeah, it could be that family tradition you've been waiting for. A lot of y'all who want to get married and all that kind of great, great stuff. Ace of Pentacles coming, money coming, divine wish being granted. So money coming in. So your wait is short. Okay, was a minus is always a plus. There it is again. King of Pentacles, maybe going into business with somebody, collaborating, Aries, Taurus, you know, and they there to help. Y'all collabing together. This also say don't be no fool. Okay. So understand the paperwork yourself, the accounting, bookkeeping, what you sign and read the fine print. Hey, background check if you don't know this person, even if you know this person. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this was it. Don't say the partner did wrong. It could have been y'all. Maybe was partner. Maybe find out something about the partner. Maybe you went to bed with the partner. You wasn't expecting to go to bed with the partner. I don't know what went down. Okay, but it's saying don't be no fool. Okay. Um, and don't be so quick to jump into something. Right. Kind of chill. Even if your partner is here or a business partner, weigh the pros and the cons of everything. Check everything out so you can have peace of mind. You know, because maybe people might did a reading on you. You know what I'm saying? And found out this finna come, and that's why they coming in. So be careful with that too, Libra gang. Okay, and got the Chariot. So travel, Cancer, Sag, moving a residence journey, victory over situation or problem, balancing the polarity. So probably not moving soon, or don't move and make any rash decisions right now. Okay, concerning whatever it is, money, contracts, business, because it's looking good. If you're already in business, it's look very good. You know, but if you're adding people on, just kind of chill, weigh them out, just wait. You know, I don't know if you plan on expanding your business. Um, it says wait. Maybe they're building, or maybe you're merging with somebody. Okay. Yeah. Visitor message to share. Got a visitor here. Already established a family member, a friend, or somebody. So it's like merging, offering you something as well. Another pinnacle message to share. Aries, Taurus again. Somebody want to talk to you about business or something like that, pretending they want to. I don't know. You got to decide that one. Um, it's kings, knights. They say everything glitter ain't gold, right? They know who you are. Page of Swords. Somebody want you to put your guard down, but it's also said don't be no fool, right? You be saying, put your guard down, and then boom, something happen, right? You know what I'm saying? No, not on this earthly plane. Oh, you gonna agree with me, Balloon? So yeah, um, just don't be no fool. Okay. Ace of Swords, hollow victory. You're unsure about something. Frustrations, double-edged sword. Just said that. You're not sure about this partnership. Something you're not sure about. Could involve where you're moving at or you're not moving. Should you stay? Should you go? Building, you're planning. Um, let's see. Definitely trying to take care of your health. Knives out your back. I mean, that's like your expectation. People didn't expect you to be doing, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing right now, whatever it is. So the communication, they gotta eat their own words. They're at the end of a situation or relationship. Reverse, opening chakras, third Gemini Mercury. A lot of communication was being said. Now they shutting their mouth about some stuff, and it's got to do with maybe you were sick and people wanted the worst for you, or they was trying to send for you to be sick, and you recovered, or somebody you know recovered from the sickness, or you made up with a best friend or something. Communication, somebody trying to talk. Yeah, you're a magician. Mercury, air, warlock, math, scientist, alchemist, knowledge or know how elements work. You're creating your life, you know. Sometimes they can bring a lot of unwanted people. Yeah, King of Cups. I'm doing a video. Hey, King of Cups. We got the, let's see, we got the Ten of Pentacles, we got man, got woman. Okay. Um, got them woman down, woman down, man down, woman down. Okay, we got the Knight. Libra, Scorpio, Aries, Taurus. So I don't know if y'all going into business together. Maybe one got the money and one got the know-how. Exclude masculine energy. Don't have to be two men. Could be masculine energy. Maybe being an Aries and Taurus, their money conscious. Sometimes Aries could be, well, they will be all in your face. They're action oriented. Taurus is kind of bookkeeper. Aries is more of creating as they go. So is Libra. So two creative minds coming together, along with the Scorpio, sitting back observing. Also ambitious like Taurus, which is two opposites. Said that Libra, Aries, opposite, Scorpio, Taurus, opposite. Wow. I don't know if you have that in your chart or they have it in theirs. But that's gonna collide together. That's gonna be wow. Water sign and an earth sign. So I don't know where your Libra placements are. Or this could be two suitors coming towards you. Um, hmm, let's move on. Happiness, four wands, possible country setting, third deacon Aries, Venus. Now this is my land I'm looking for. So somebody got a nice home, either they're moving to, dream of, looking for a partnership. They already have it. Most likely it's like, yeah, probably already got the house and stuff. Maybe looking for a partner. Or this could be a brothers. You know what I'm saying? Collabing together, chilling. Party too much last night. Could be any kind of anything. But there we go with that all in your head. So that could be, I don't know if you, that mental. Oh, and I meant to finish when I should have finished. Because it goes to them trying to make you mental, giving you headaches, you know, messing with your mind, trying to steal, trying to throw you off. So that could be what that is right here. Oh, I should put this down there. Yeah, trying to throw you off, right? Um, so be careful of that. You know, being indecisive or either just mental illnesses. Neptune water, getting stronger in oneself after a lot of deliberating, delay in your life. Hangman reverse. So keep trying to keep you where you can't accomplish these things, having you feeling negative about yourself, saying negative, not liking yourself, not liking your body, always questioning yourself. Am I doing it right? Do I need somebody to come in and show me how it goes? Being low self-esteem, which y'all are not. So stop it. What you want, just what you want. Go for it. No matter how it takes. You don't have to go the normal way. You can go your way. Okay. We got okay. Ten of Cups, happiness, good things, party, celebration. That's why I said I thought you were maybe drunk too much or whatever. But this could be the okay. LGBTQ, so it's um two gay men coming together. I was talking about earlier some gay men. Whatever you call it, they gave the rainbow. It's the gay, which it means unity. It means a whole lot more. But we're gonna go with that right now. Maybe they have kids or want kids or country setting, want to go off. Maybe they think like you. Time will tell. Okay. I was talking about that earlier. So we have both the days. So I don't know if you got two people that go both ways that are interested in you. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. I don't know. I guess if people know exactly what they want, and so I don't need no drama. I'm pretty sure you feel that way too, Aries. Yeah, just saying that. I don't need no drama. Off with your motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. Virgo, Libra, action thoughts, cold, hard, demand, and authority. Yeah, gotta put my and Aries. I know you do too. It's gotta put it down. I can't just let you come in my world with some bullshit. Been there, done that. You know, I got time for that. Sending me a bunch of illusions, promises you can't fulfill. You know, and interrupting my peace. Don't appreciate it at all, right? Got to have our peace. Sometimes, I don't know about Aries, but I don't like to talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to do shit. I don't like to talk. And sometimes I get so in researching and don't want to be bothered. I accept that interrupting what I'm trying to do. But the real me don't like to be bothered when I'm on the road looking and researching and something and going through stuff. I really don't like it. See, ancient things. Okay, Four Cups. Ooh, might not accepting either one. We got four offers here. Libra, Aries, Libra. Money fluctuation, being offered something you may not want. Third deck in Cancer, Mercury. Cancer slipping now. um, yeah. Well, we did have the water a couple times. Hmm. That's something. Hold on. Stuck in the past. We stuck in the past with all past hurt. I tell you, mine ain't too much about past hurt. I'm just cautious. Aries, I don't know about you, stuck in the past. Um, just I just don't want no BS. I like my peace. You know, um, people knowing exactly what they want. Cause I'm trying to find that out of myself. And I definitely want off grid country setting. Happiness. Then riding around that RV too. Just not being sneaky. You know, not have to look behind my back and worry about the past. So these two getting over that, witchcraft and all that stuff. Who wants a partner that's, we're gonna discuss all of that. Don't keep shit from me because I'll find out. Same with myself with you. But I wanna know, behind my back what you're doing and I mean, you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna be there for me? Like some shit go down or whatever, you got my back, I got your back. Intelligent way, rough way, whatever we need to do, we need to go. We need talent is survival, talking about the worldly things, what's going on, what we need to plan for that, plan for the kids, the grandkids, because they have to be older to have kids and grandkids. Okay, please. And, the family in general, open, you know. Ooh, Ace of Wands. New beginnings, birth, new ideas, creation, fire signs. So somebody have no passion for. Hmm. It might not be ready for a relationship. Might not be ready because you ain't got no passion for either one of these. Okay. Hmm. Still being a wounded soldier, undecided, need to take a step out of the situation, then you will see more clearly. Hmm. You're not juggling the two. You know which one you want. Okay. Somebody don't want to get married or they getting divorced. Or somebody going off to the forces. I've been in the forces. Undercover, retired, whatever. Mm, I don't know, Lip Gang, but yeah, at the moon again. Secrets, opening a book, closing a book. Which one? Starting a new chapter. Travel reverse twice. Maybe no car. Um, car broke down. Then we have man again. That's three. Either yourself, maybe realizing that you are, good like same sex. Uh, this could be a brother, dad, grandpa, whoever, best friend, your mate, angel, whatever, uh, ancestor, guardian angel, somebody. Look, it's a rat in the mix, and it could be spearmint as well, you know. But if you do that type of stuff, because you got the alchemist right here, you could be a scientist or you could be alchemy or whatever they did. That's where they use rats or actual rat around or it actually sneaky, somebody being sneaky. Excuse me. Got that twice. Secrets and sneaky. Might be why you kind of chilling. Aries, Libra, Libra, Aries, because you're getting where you want to go, doing what you want to do. You have some people coming in, but they got secrets. You're not sure if they're gonna share with you. This could be trying to get what you got because you moving to the next level as well, and you done been through too much, you know, to go back. You're in a new chapter and whole new book right now. Too many things happening in the world for you to waste your time on people that's bringing you back. So that might be, oh wow, unloyal. Then I don't know how many people could be childish, playing games. And I don't know how many people got kids or whatever, or maybe you got little kids. Say your kids are grown and they got little kids. Do you feel like putting up with that, or maybe they want you to have a child and you done? A lot of things to consider when getting into a relationship. The pros and the cons. Even if you like the person, still got to consider your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Not being stuck, being open, but do it agree. Go back to that bloodline thing. You know what I'm saying? Goes back to that. Do y'all agree with that person be dominating, trying to make you do what they want you to do? Going through all the stuff you already got out of. So it's a lot of things to consider before jumping into a relationship, partnership. People ain't gonna open up and really tell you how they feel. So that would be a big factor for me. You know. Study wanna come out. Let me see if it's gonna come out. Oh no, Hierophant came out. Okay. Let's see. We got number 7, Sagittarius reverse. Okay. The Conqueror, victory. So victory twice was upside down. Be no victory in this. Black and white. Light in the dark. Somebody don't know themselves. That the empire of the world belongs to them who possess the sovereignty of spirit. That is to say, the light would makes clear the mystery of life. If the conqueror should appear, it signifies that in breaking through obstacles, thou wilt crush thy enemies, and all thy wishes will be realized if thou attack the future with ardency, armed in the consciousness of thy right. So you or somebody is not going through obstacles good. Um, Maybe not seeing clearly what's going on, or this to you, or what's being offered. Attack the future with audiency, on with the consciousness of right. Deceit, maybe. Let's see, Kings is Taurus. Hard hitters. Hey, a lot of hard hitters. King of Swords signifies a person ruled by Taurus, reserved, sullen, and practical. Right way up in the notes of Taurus man. I have. We definitely know that. There we go with this right here. Taurus and Aries, right? Okay. And this could be you, Libra, Aries. Okay. Leading up to status. Started from the bottom now, yeah. 6. That's coins. Libra and Aquarius. Short journey. Probably making money at home online or something like that. work from the house. Could be any kind. Don't have to be online. It could be any kind of way. Making money. Don't travel very far. I don't know if you was in an accident or be careful with accidents. Okay. And we have King Gemini reverse. King of Coins signifies a person ruled by Gemini, intelligent, restless, volatile, and fickle. Right, reverse indicates a Gemini woman. I think it's reverse. Maybe somebody don't think before they do something. We got the opposite, Sag and Gemini, both reverse, being fickle. I don't know. Think it through, Libra. I like the way this couple I mentioned before, Sag and Gemini, um, Caucasian couple, my daughter's ex father and mother-in-law, they get along pretty good. He goes off, his friends, hunting or whatever. She goes off with her friends, and they meet back together, and nothing. I'm pretty sure they didn't have to go through something to get to that point after raising kids. And that was so heart hurting because he never had a grandchild, and my grandson, they really take to him. He's a lovable boy. They finally got their granddaughter, and it was so hurtful that the granddaughter left some toys in the middle of the floor, and the granddad didn't see it. First granddaughter ever, and he tripped over it and messed up his hip. It's like, wow, you're very skilled. That was something. He's okay now. Your business is growing astronomically. Okay, hello. Transferring gifts through your bloodline. See what I'm saying? You get what you want. Everything is growing for you. How much money you want. You are enough. Okay. Hello. Yeah. I think when Aries Libra, all the things that's going on in the world and will be going on and stuff like that. I don't know how long some of y'all been here. I think when the person that's right for you, the lust, it won't be lustful. It won't be, you know, um, it'll feel right. You know what I'm saying? It won't feel forced. I think it'll feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's like you fit like a glove. I don't know. That's what I think. Incense. Okay, definitely need that. Have fun. Colorado, North and South Dakota. Love Colorado. Want to go there so bad too. Nebraska is where I fell in love with Nebraska. You stand out. Okay. Just cause your skin like me don't mean you're kin to me. Hello. That's what I'm saying. You are favored. Texas. Herbs. Hmm. That's it right there. Just because you're kin to me, skin to me, don't mean you're kin to me. Flirty. My dad is my aunt's husband. Some deceit, sneakiness, amnesia, forgot, coma. Wow. I'm 100% gone. Knife. Took control of your body. Wow. Be careful, Libra and Aries. Stop lying and showing us time travel space to enjoy all of this. And show us time travel. Yeah. A lot of lies being done. Are you sleeping with your friend's person? Do you hate them? Child, please. Are you voting for someone to rule over you? Stay a slave? Mm. Put a spell on your kids, families do to each other too. cause mental illness, sickness, sin spirits, evil, enchanting, magic, charm, take control over them, make the evil witch doctors. See what I'm saying? Giraffe, reach high heights, level up. Head and heart, divine messenger, leader, or warning, seeing what no one else sees. Hello. Hopefully that it hopefully hoping that it will work out and you don't really want to be in it. I love in love with love, but don't love person or know how to love. Hello. Absolutely not. List the radiation things in your home: granite countertops, ceramic dishes, some uranium glasses, china, glow in the dark clocks or watches, old box TVs, cigarettes, emergency exit signs, base fertilizer in your vegetable, Wi Fi boxes, routers, turn off at night. Have you given yourself a gift today? Please do that. In the water, gun and knife, overdose of drugs. Oh, I found, speaking of guns, I found my gun, y'all. Yeah, I found my gun fit in my pocket. Oh my goodness. I'm in Texas, okay. In the water, gun and knife, overdose of drugs, can't control themselves, mental and physical state, blackout, swim, fish, animals, mermaids, stones, rocks, plants, body, people, boat, bugs, drugs, poison, date, drugs, etc. Know what that means for y'all. In the water. Drone, bandit for regular people. Okay, well, let's do the society crime, air crime, travel crimes, vehicle theft, commit crime to be on the internet, caught star, rape. What possessed two young boys to grab a girl at the gas station, y'all? Wow. What in the hell was they thinking? What if she had a gun? She should have shot the shit out their ass. Robbery, parental neglect, incapacitation. I think that's got to do with head off with their heads. Off with their heads, yeah. Anyway, y'all, let's see what else we got. Oop, shitting on them. Hey, I need to constipate it. Take care of that. How you win? Okay. It's a shitty idea, shitty plan. Don't do it. Don't do it. Plunge it out. Get it out. Blown away. Ooh. It's talking about guns. It's talking about blown away. Hold up now. Hold up. Wait it. Wait it. Let's see. We got Russian and Moon. Mm. What's going on, Russia? Okay. Well, that's what I have for us. Okay. I mean, it hurts our feelings, Taurus and Scorpio at all. But y'all know y'all players. Some of y'all dedicated. Y'all know y'all players. I mean, I could be Aries. I mean, Aries and Libra too. Maybe that's what we clashed at, right? All right. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Hope I can help some type of way. Hope y'all got something out of it, okay? I'll be back to finish the other half, what I have. See what they tell me to do. All right, it's your girl Ruth signing off. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. I really appreciate it. And y'all have a great evening. Okay. Love y'all. Bye.